We are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments field, and they are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Trubisky on first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's got the hookup with Conley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
There we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Left.
Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man. That's Watkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now here's Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the...
Right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
For the Chicago Bears, Charles, it's kind of the dust settles on this season. How do you think that they will remember it? Because right now, the fresh wound is there with the missed field goal. We get that, but this is a pretty good season they just had.
It certainly has been. Remember, they were last in the NFC North in 2018. They won the division in 2019, their first NFC North title since 2010. They acquired Khalil Mack to begin the year. And remember, they had a heartbreaking loss at Green Bay on a Sunday night to open the season. A lot of teams would have gone south after that. Instead, they went 7-1 at home, but 9 of 10 to close the year. They're going to be heard from in the seasons to come.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into big.
It got his man complete. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Back, Jordan Howard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Trubisky will throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there from 3 yards out. And the Bears are in for 6. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And going deep for Hill. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He leads this one for Howard. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Hurry!
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
But you typically run out there a little bit